Hey everybody! Let's start off by taking a quick refresher course as to how much of the OP Intensify stuff we've picked up. So obviously we have the OPI, I almost said enchantment, that's not correct. The OPI optional part itself. We've got the radar function. We got that from beating Thunderhouse in the arena again. We got the increased blade range from defeating Exile in the arena with this, which thank goodness I don't have to look up a cheeser for that because that fight sucks. We've got the added Blade Wave capability, which is added from Destroy Massive Weapon mission. That's a pity. If that's the one that I'm thinking of, that's actually quite an easy mission, and I would have loved to have had that as a nice opener, because then I could get some nice dirt simple progress, but sometimes life doesn't go that way. Next, we have enhanced booster performance for defeating Ace, who was the original arena champion. Follow this up with enhanced cooling performance. And naturally, the next one should be enhanced cannon operation performance. You get both of those for Destroy Massive MT, for destroying both parts of the big effing thing. That's awesome. I remembered getting that because that was like the last thing I did before I stopped playing this and moved on to less orange pastures for a couple of years. As for why I'm back here now, that's a good question, Mega Man. Every once in a while, I'll just think about Armor Core and I'll just be like, yeah, I gotta play me some of that again. Improved targeting accuracy is obtained from defeating the enemy AC in Defend Ruglin Laboratory. So, with those out the way, let me try to read through this listing here and see what we are looking for here. We need to defeat the enemy AC in defend water processors. For enhanced missile interception. We have to the list doesn't explain that very well because it's very badly copy and pasted. I am going to have to look elsewhere for that one, but there's one for enhanced turning performance, which sounds really good. And third layer District 1, eliminate intruders. Destroy the enemy AC, and you will obtain some sensor functionality. Alright, scroll down here. Here's another list. This one says it's for the PSP, but most of these also look the same. In Bomb Disarmament. Bomb Disarmament, okay. So I guess we've got like 2 missions to go do. Let's have a quick peek at our mech in the garage. What was I doing with this? I do not recall. I don't even know if this thing is going to be good. It is, of course, extremely smart to just dive straight into something that's going to be as, like, balls to the wall as this, after not having played the game in actual years. So we'll see how badly we do, and the answer is going to naturally be kind of a little bit terrible. So, defend Ruglin. We didn't do this one? Oh, I bet that one sucks. Data capsules. I don't recall what that one is. I'm sitting here trying to figure that out. That's right, this is... Because there's multiple sections for each layer, so my brain was like, ugh. Alright, bomb disarmament. This is one of them, right? Yeah, and this gets us the enhanced turning performance to destroy the AC.
Irrefutable evidence uncovered by one of our spies points to Union as the group behind recent uprisings. It has also come to our attention. The Kisaragi is...
we've seen this before, apparently, because we have an S rank here, but...
move involves a plot to disrupt the waste disposal net. We're deploying our forces to guard likely targets. You'll take down any who get in the way.
I've got a Karasawa, and I've got a Moonlight Sword. I think maybe I'll be good enough to be able to do this, but I admit that I'm a little bit scared and skeptical, and also, oh shit, I forgot to look and see if I actually grabbed the thing or not. Whoops. Ooh.
Enemy AC detected.
Oh. Yeah, get out the lava, you fool. Oh god, I said get out the lava, you fool. That is short for get out of the lava, not... Good lord, this guy is... This guy's fast as nuts. That is... Okay, I probably actually want to have something a little bit different for dealing with this. Shit. What kind of a weapon do I want to fight this guy with? I guess I could try just using a machine gun or something.
Temperature level increasing. Be careful.
Bro, what? Temperature level increasing. Like that. It's alright, we can just reload a save if we fail, really. And this guy is still down here, and he's just fireproof for some reason. Like, my guy, what the hell? Is it because he's a floater? A levitator? That would be so messed up if so. Like, jeez. If that's the case, that's going to make me a little bit unhappy. Well, thank goodness we don't lose anything for that, so... just don't look at me, whoever is at, like, Crest or whichever one of these guys. Alright, well, I'm thinking don't take the Karasawa, because that thing is... It's stupid heavy, and it doesn't really fire fast enough for what I need. What I need is the... MG 500 maybe will do for me? I think that'll do it. Now, can we get some sort of, like, cannons as our backup here? Or, ooh, yeah, dual missiles. That's what we want. Which I guess are technically more like quad missiles, but, you know, don't even, alright? And we'll put that away. We didn't use our sword at all, so, I'm okay with using the flinger instead. Oh, hold up. This time, I'm going back into the garage. I'm opening my optional parts list. And I'm making sure the damn thing is equipped. Because if it's not, I'm going to feel real stupid when I actually succeed after, like, 8 tries. And it's just like, oh, yeah, by the way, hey, stupid. You forgot to do the part of things that actually mattered here. I'll just be like, oh. Oh, God.
Combat mode. Avoid the lower level.
Oh.
No AC can withstand
Whoopsie.
those temperatures.
Yeah, that flings me. I was not expecting that because I was thinking of the
Enemy.
a variant from what I believe is AC2, which very much does not fling you. Uh-oh, are these going to be like a very wide swath sort of attack or anything? Oh, that's anti-missile that I've taken, not...
Temperature level increasing. Be careful.
See, the ultimate problem here is not necessarily this is hard, although it is pretty hard. But also, my guy is in, like, the worst position possible right now. Like, how exactly do you expect me to dislodge this? This is pretty vicious. I suppose I could just get in there and try to joust him, but, I don't know. I'm almost tempted to go look up a guide. I do kind of want to reload if I'm losing money for ammunition, though. That doesn't seem like it's an ideal thing. I should keep all the money that I have if I'm able to. That's right, keep all of that inside of my body instead of leaking it out everywhere. Great guide. Let's see if this has anything to tell me here about how to deal with this. Okay, yeah, it says use hover legs. Yeah, I can do that. I think. Surely I've got a set of... Yeah. There we go. A version that can support more weight than several of my good spider legs. Awesome. Very funny. No notes. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. And see what we can do here.
AC detected.
All right, come on, dude, get down here. And see, be careful with it. Careful of the heat. But I know, I was gonna say, I know this guy comes down to the pit. Meet me in the pit.
Temperature level increasing. Be careful.
Ah, fuck. See, where'd he go? Yeah, he's flying. He's doing a thing that kind of makes a little bit of sense here, but this guy is a guy in the arena, by the way. I wonder if they designed him for this mission first as like, here's an annoying heat guy for like causing problems in this fire pit, or if they designed him for use in the arena first and they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, this would actually be perfect for this mission with the big magma pit. All right, we got him. Okay. That was, well, actually, honestly, it was fine. Once we figured out what the trick was. Okay, rotate the thing. And I was gonna say, most of the other bombs are upstairs, but that's only most. We do still have to complete the mission, everybody. Let's remember that part. Fuck my life. Get out of my face. Oh no, damn it. Well, God, because I'm really having a lot of difficulty finding the like proper size gap in the grate to get through there. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just get the 2 top level bombs first, and then come down. I'm not necessarily sure if that's a good idea or not, but that's how we're gonna try to do it. Yeah, dude, we already know about. Actually, hold up. I've got to go and actually equip the thing here. Because I forgot that my mech setup had changed since last time. All right. Mission start. Let's do this. Make this shit happen.
System engaging combat mode.
Avoid the lower level. No AC can withstand those temperatures.
Oh, hey. Fuck. Fucking blowtorches. I mean, there's also the fact that these chuckleheads are just out here just hecking at me with pulse rifles that have heat. Oh god. Okay, there's an entrance. Alright, now don't get into too many fights with these dudes, because that can actually be a bit of an issue. Alright, good. We got the ones that are like traditionally hard here. Alright, now get this chode out of here. That one, and that should...
Temperature level increasing. Be careful.
Not actually summon the AC? Oh, there we go.
AC detected.
I just had to land, I suppose. Fuck. I was gonna say I need the temperature to normalize-ish, you know, as much as you can expect out of this, but that's not happening. Oh boy.
Damaged. Halting combat and returning to base.
So that's not really viable. Okay. God, this is rough. I can see why I didn't bother to do this before, because I'm bad at it. Where's... yeah, go in here. Right, remember to do that with the correct object. There we go. I mean, technically, we could just land a few grenades. That does seem like a bit of a tall order, though. And as much as I love my LIC, I don't think that's such a clever play here, unfortunately. Actually, let's try vertical missiles instead. I'm feeling a little bit, feeling a little bit crazy here. Let's see if this works. Which is my favorite, game or mech, I guess would be the question, because it's kind of tough to say for sure. Game-wise, it might actually low-key kind of be this one. Ultimately, like, after replaying it, I was like, holy shit, this is so good. I'd forgotten because I was much more used to the direct sequel game to this one, which is Armored Core Silent Line.
Avoid the lower level.
But that's mostly because I had played it more recently, I think. And I sort of, like, fell out of love with the series a little bit when I played AC4 many years ago for a very brief period, because I didn't really like how the gameplay felt compared to the old days. I mean, listen, I am definitely like an incurable grognard about everything, so... The fact that this is like, it's a little bit like Armored Core 2, but it plays way better, was something that I highly valued. In terms of actual mech, there are a lot of pretty good ones throughout the series. I mean, obviously, like anybody, I kind of really like Nineball quite a bit. And not just because of, obviously, I can make a Tuhu joke here, but it's okay. I feel like that's not an intersection of fandoms whatsoever, so anybody's going to be like, what the fuck? I don't get it. If you don't get it, well, just never mind. So... otherwise, there's a very funny opponent that you can see in Armored Core 2 called 8-Ball, who is basically like the Great Value Temu version of 9-Ball, and claims to be the direct descendant of 9-Ball, which it later turns out to be impossible because, oh no, spoiler alert for a oh god, nearly 30-year-old game, actually. Hold up. I was going to say 25-year-old. No. AC1 is, like, 30 years old by itself, which places Master of Arena somewhere in the 27, 28-year-old range. Christ, we're going to die so close to the end here, aren't we? Oh, god. Oh, jeez. There's our objective. No! Fuck. If I die now, I'm gonna be really sad. Okay, we beat it. Oh, boy. Anyway, yeah, because 9-Ball's pilot is an AI, so... oh, I can't say it that way. Sorry. 9-Ball's pilot is a computer. So, obviously, it cannot have offspring. So there's something about that that's kind of funny in lore. There's also another really good mech in Armored Core 2 where it's the guy who's obsessed with the number 1, who would rather be in 11th place in the arena instead of 1st because it has twice as many 1s in it. He's got this really stupid as shit looking mech too, if I could... instead of arms, it's got like these two like very flat laser cannons that each have these two long barrels sticking out. It looks supremely silly. Also, you beat him in the arena, so he gets bumped down to position 12. That feels kind of bad. There are some other pretty good mech designs here. Yo, we got our enhanced turning performance. That would have probably made that last mission quite a bit easier. I'm going to take a look at some of the other mechs in here and be like, hey, yeah, there's some cool stuff in some of these, right? Like, this guy just kind of looks like he emerged from a toilet. Not going to lie. That, like, brown and black color scheme, that's underwhelming. This guy is sort of our budget 9-Ball for the game. Was this guy cool looking? Oh, he's got some fun colors. I love his big beefy legs too. Man, some of these mechs have some really... they did some work with some of these designs. There are some times where it's just like, okay, you... oh, look, it's a clown. You just assemble the parts in just the right way that it's like very, very sonorous. It looks very nice together. Was this the... yeah, this was the melee dude who I always thought was a rat fuck, but maybe that was because he appeared in that one mission that was awful. God, there's a dual blade AC in this too, right? I think. There is one in AC too, and I remember a lot of those guys a lot better, to be totally honest with you. This guy just looks like he's been folded up into a little cardboard box. It's very funny. Nicknamed the Sorcerer. Oh my god, look at this guy. This is the most emaciated looking AC I've ever seen. I didn't know you could make a mech look emaciated, but here we are. Oh, we got a bunch of dudes we haven't fought yet, actually. I completely forgot about these fellas because I remember just bull rushing the absolute bottom of the arena so that way I could get Exile and get his goodies. I'm willing to bet most of these chucklefucks could probably be eliminated by what I'm doing with the big missiles and stuff. Let's take a look at what we have, though. We got Cold Heart. Oh, that's neat with the arm, with the, like, one blue arm. With the, like, orange sort of, like, fire and ice kind of design there, but I'm not impressed too much by what this guy has equipped, and I'm sure that the fighting prowess is going to be a little bit bottom of the barrel too. Also, I got to say that it seems like I really do love the two different arm color thing. I'm even doing that, okay? Like, sheesh. I'd be stealing the same gimmick that literally everybody has for some reason, just by complete accident. But yeah, a lot of pretty cool mechs. There are some pretty neat ones just in the opening cutscenes that you can see. Oh god, I think some of them got like actual model kits released for them or figures, stuff like that. I actually want to take a look real quick on the unfortunately fandom-based Armored Core wiki and see if maybe there's some information about some of those. I know for a start, obviously, there was one made for 9-ball, but I didn't say maybe it'll let me go over here. 'Cause I also think there were a couple that were released semi-recently for AC6, but I've forgotten what they are. Actually, if there's still a 9-ball model kit out there that's, like, reasonably priced, by the standards of the medium, I'm saying. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be, like, as easy as the level of that I'm on for Gunpla or anything like that, because goodness knows I'm not. I can put together, like, a high grade, but I'm not... I'm scared of fucking anything else up. On the other hand, I would absolutely still love to have one of those for 9-ball, because that is a very cool looking machine. Perhaps one day when, you know, I eventually start gambling with real money, and I become rich, and when I'm on the lam because the casino owners are trying to kill me because they get a little bit suspicious that I won at all, basically, I will take the risk and purchase one of those and you know, chance the possibility of alerting those guys to my existence and immediately have to hide out in the back of like a big sort of U-Haul type of truck and go on the run. And I'll build it inside that U-Haul truck. And that is definitely not going to end super well for it, but hey. I'll be happy-ish, you know, in the back of that big package truck. God, I wish I could get away with playing Saints Row on this channel. Not because it's not a I wish I could get away with it because of the adult content. It's because of all the licensed music. And like the RIAA and everything are, you know, they think they own everything and they'll send a freaking death squad at me too. Somebody recently liked a post that I made on Blue Sky. I can't believe I've managed to accidentally fumble into calling them posts instead of skeets, but somebody liked a skeet that I'm today that I made a while ago, where it was in response to a post on one of the like video game advertisement things. And it was for GTA 2, and it was a series of like big long ads that had the phrase "steal this game" put into it. And my quote skeet there said something, I think it, yeah, let me read this. Note that if you try to do this with GTA 6, they will call a death squad to nuke your entire borough. Which is true, they will. And someone like that after I made that post almost a month ago now. So I was slightly reminded of that as a result because I was left thinking about Saints Row because I was thinking about the better version of GTA, basically. And then that, as a consequence, led to me thinking about corporations thinking they fucking own everything, and, you know, here we are. I really hope you're enjoying the whatever we call this part of the broadcast. The part where I be an annoying communist and invite the weirdo center people who are all the usual capitalism worshippers, right? Anyway, this guy, I think, is like the first of our guys we have fought in here who's not a former dude we used to hire on missions. Fighter jock. Also, browser, just like Hypnospace Outlaw or something, I don't know. There's another couple of games in that sort of genre of old computer nostalgia type of simulators. One released on Steam quite recently, in fact, and I kind of want to play that at some point. And oh, I'm gonna need a real strategy to deal with this guy because it turns out that I basically play like the guys that I'm trying to counter here. Well, shit, I may need, I think I'm going to need an overboost, and I'm going to need something that hammers this guy much harder. In this case, not Malgale. Where is the... God, yeah, I can't equip the heavy arms. Are you kidding me? I can't become heavy arms. Don't be ridiculous. extension. Missile intercept might actually work. Okay, well, silent. Hold up. I'm gonna go take a look at my extension options. Do I have a better... No, these are just... all various levels of just more missiles. I was looking for something a little more specialized, maybe. We'll take this and... be totally honest with you, special functionality is not like a huge requisite for me right now. So I can put on the crust and... I'm gonna put this thing on because it's funny, honestly. Oh yeah, let's try out the linear ion cannon and see if we can't feed this guy a big hot ball of plasma. Either that or we just look for a place with a low ceiling and we just kind of go, well, yeah, hey buddy. What are you gonna do now? Extension. Ooh, he just dodged that. That's... I mean, that's a strategy, but also, fuck you, man. Alright, I think low ceiling it is. We're gonna... We gotta remember what battlefield has that. Because I sure don't. Oh, it's the parking lot. Right. Alright, come here, Jacques. I assume that's what it... I assume that's what it means when it said Fighter Jock and the... is that his name is Jacques, clearly. Yeah, that's exactly what that means, right? Don't at me. This is a joke, internet users. Hardy har har, get it? Oh god, that is a... That is not the weapon type I thought it was. Holy crap. Spread bazooka. Okay, that's a very inappropriate sounding phrase. Don't ask someone to spread their bazookas. Jeez. But also, a completely deranged sounding weapon type, too. Holy hell. Alright, we got... Sandoval, what do you got here? You've got a couple of big cannons. A tank nut! It's truly sad that more pilots don't take advantage of what he considers to be the best legs available. He became a Raven's proof. Yeah, okay. He's gonna nut on us or something. Anyway, he looks like somebody we could possibly just, like, circle strafe around. Strafe, I said for some reason. I don't know why, but... Alright, get out the big gun. Oh, he is a flying man, huh? Oh, what? Okay, so I can't actually use that. the way I want to. Yeah, so we've got to switch off of our... We got to switch off of our hover base, which is unfortunate. I thought that the improved cannon performance would allow us to just do that even with the hover legs, but unfortunately, we really are going to have to turn back into a spider to do this, huh? Yeah, I was going to say, I think the fleet is the strongest one. My favorite part is when I missed the target because I was the one that was moving. No! And I even missed the last shot too, so I was gonna say it can't even be a draw, and I missed it point blank, like a real pro, you know. That's how we do. Jesus. I can't be giving away shots like that. Not because of any risk of running out of ammunition. I can take this guy out with my limited clip. It's just a matter of I gotta actually land shit, because otherwise I just give away the time. On the other hand, he was close enough to shred with the machine gun, so I shouldn't have been trying to go for any perceived style points, because it's extremely fake. You're not gonna get style points. You're streaming on the internet, you fool. Anyway, let's take a look at Hozumi here. He is disciple. Guy's looking a lot faster than I am, so let's see how this goes. We're probably going to be due for another rebuild pretty soon. On the other hand, he does have a melee blade, so like once I wait out his rockets, he might not be of any real anything here. Unfortunately, I need to not like piss my entire energy supply away. Don't let him get behind you. That's where he's at his strongest with his little dinky sword thing. Because honestly, the hit detection on those is real bad in this game. But you can hear him trying. Oh, he's hitting me with the spread howitzer. That's what's doing the actual heat damage there. Fuck. Alright, we're done. Easy fight. Easy battle. We got a couple of others to deal with here. Alright, Tsukiyo, what do you have as your deal here? Looks like a very hardy enemy here with grenades, a multi-missile. I believe that's a multi-missile. Also a spread howitzer. And hand rockets. Well, I'd say at least that means they can't really target lock me after a while, but that won't stop them from putting multiple shots right in my face. And it'll be super duper embarrassing for me. Oh yeah, remember to turn those on. Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we're still getting, like, just gradually pecked by the missiles, and we haven't put any real anything in this guy yet. Where you at? There we go. Going toe-to-toe with this fellow is a bad idea, but we did cut him up pretty seriously once we actually switched to the machine gun. It might be worth using missiles of our own as well here, just to... just to have an alt weapon that we can actually put to real use here. Again, the linear cannon is cool and all. It does not work that well. Not even once. We managed to get some fights where we did some funny shit with it, but that is going to be far from the norm, to put it nicely. Oh, we're close. Oh, right, I don't have... I'm trying to sword beam when I don't have a sword equipped. Wow. I'm real smart today. Nice! And he overboosted right into my plasma ball. Hell yeah. Very good. Roasted. Good old, doing some good business here. Alright, so Calchus, what does this guy do? attacks, almost exclusively with blade weapons. I like the look of his double fins there, but that's kind of pointless. Okay, this is not a guy that we want to use the linear cannon for. The game is kind of pointing out very nicely, hey, by the way, this dude flies a lot, so switch these on. I believe I saw that his shoulder units were actually the turn booster, right? That's what it looks like to me. I can read the specs and see if that helps me out a little bit. Yeah. KEPT. So that is an extension booster of some kind. He does not have a missile defense system outside of what little bit his core offers him. So, this shouldn't be a hard fight, in theory. I'm given a very strong, I hope this is easy. Oh, and he's got the blade flinging ability. Fair enough. Yeah, super easy battle. To be expected. The guy's a gimmick fighter. Those usually are not strong in these games. We've got Asylum here. Look at this guy's nasty looking emblem. Well, I guess it looks nasty because of coloring. It's just sort of an orc. This guy is going to be nasty. I can tell from, honestly, just the fact that he's got those grenade launcher arms. Oh, those things are rough. The old long rods, those things will devastate you if you get a chance to get anywhere near them. He's also got shitloads of missiles, which is not great. Yeah, there's our getting hit by the grenade launcher. I suppose if we play that a little better, we might have a better chance. But otherwise, I am going to want to do something completely different. I'm just gonna have to figure out what it is. And I suppose part of it is just move around. Make him miss with his big fucking missile swarms, and hey, ultimately, the big upside for us here was that he just has no defense. So we were able to turn him into metallic paste as soon as that happened. Alright, Vector, what's your Oh boy, Vector has 2 of the large missile launchers. I don't like that. Honestly, I probably should just get some anti-missile for dealing with his Titan launchers. We'll do it if this doesn't work out. Yeah, there's one of the Titan missiles coming in. I say, get out of the way if you can. You know, I'll be totally honest with you. I've never actually used those before. Oh. Yeah, fuck, he's got another one coming out. Oh, jeez. I got hit by something. I couldn't see what it was. Oh. Yeah, alright. Must have been a shot from his howitzer. But we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Just been reduced to a sad pile of metal scrap. Yeah, right. Only one more arena opponent here. Terra. His accuracy is something to behold. The AC he pilots is designed to maximize his use of right-hand weapons. He's got the Karasawa, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got the real one. The HEWS fighting game in Xenosaga 1. I haven't played any of the Xenosaga games. I need to at some point. And Xenogears for that matter. Also, hi Matt. How's the evening going? Once again, use our one strategy that we have here because honestly, it works real good. Usually. Massive headache. Well, no, I know that feeling. Just do what you can about it, I guess. Whoa. It certainly helps for me to not just overboost right into a wall. Ah, dang. Well, that's really unfortunate. I guess my better bet here would be to do something that deals damage faster, but wow, that guy is boosting so much for carrying one of the drainiest energy weapons in the game. Then again, these guys cheat like motherfuckers when it comes to their boost meter. I remember that much, so that's always fun. Yeah, I'm sure this is advised to just switch to DC-03. The thing you never take out for missions for any reason because, oh boy. That is a total waste of money. I mean, I suppose the real good strategy here would just be to build like a very heavily armored mech that can weather that a little better, but Yeah, because I can't line up a shot on him at all to do what I'm doing there. So that's, again, poor idea. I didn't think it would work that well anyway, but it was worth a shot, at least in my mind. At least once. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and switch over to a tank body here. What is that? Yeah, the D3TA is the good solid one. And vertical variable. I can't remember what that thing does. Little bit, yeah. No surprise that there's a lot of stuff in these games that resembles various mobile suits, right? Took that up and look for one of our heavier cores. Yeah, sure, we'll take the Exceed Orbit one, because we're already just going to sit here and try to just dump a fuck ton of missiles into this guy. I was gonna say, do I have a support extension that has more ammunition than this? And the answer is no, but I do have access to that. It tends to vary. I find that this is a game where a lot of the time the faster ones are actually a little bit better, but it varies quite heavily depending on what you're doing and what purpose you're involved in. I was still mostly on a hover base there because I had just earlier been fighting something where I needed to be able to hover over some dangerous ground. And in that position, using the hover legs actually did protect me against some very high heat. Yeah, no, for this, I definitely want the dash core, not the one that I equipped here, because I cannot keep track of this guy. He is just strafing too fast. Even with the enhanced turning rate upgrade from the OP Intensify, it just isn't enough there. Oh well. Yeah, this guy is very much about making the fights fast, and unfortunately, the sheer amount of ammunition that he has on his laser rifle, because he's using the Karasawa and nothing else, it's a problem. Ah, fuck, we over boosted. Yeah, like, look at that, dude. That's shit's crazy. I don't actually know how to deal with this guy, to be totally honest with you. This is unexpected. Pause for one. Oh, because I think I hit quit instead. Starting to get worried there for a second. Okay, we'll try fighting him in the parking lot, which means that we want to switch over, first of all, to some significantly more defensively oriented arms. I can probably feed him to this thing. He's overweight. Fuck, dude. That's wild. And it's by that little. Okay. And for that matter, we don't really want to use the vertical missiles because they're pretty bad. So I can distinguish from left from right. I mean, it doesn't hurt in that regard. It was mostly just because the mech is named Anaglyph, so the idea was supposed to be that it was like resembling like the colors for 3D glasses a little bit. And then the rest is just because those are paler versions of the colors and nothing else. Har har. Anyway, where is our parking garage here? Parking lot, rather. And we overused all of our energy. Whoops. Nope, don't use that until he's actually like in a place that's a little bit more vulnerable. God, I'm kind of considering doing a slight arm swap to just have the turn booster. Maybe no OPI and switch to just I almost said special defense. Just energy defense. Plus, I also don't have I don't think I have reduced energy costs for OP Intensify yet. I don't think that's a thing that we even get for a bit. We get enhanced booster performance, but that's not really. Anyway, let's go back to the garage real quick and do some tweaks. Here, so this one's a little bit lighter. I want to see if it has... Do any of these have better energy defense, which would be the specific thing. And that has only slightly less AP. But a good amount less weight, so that's good. We can take that. We can grab our turn booster. Oh, yeah. Actually equip a left arm weapon. Oh god, but we basically cannot. Oh, we can equip that thing. Alright, let's try this again. I don't remember what I did for the guy that's underneath him, Exile, as it's been actual years, but I'm kind of curious if this is actually a harder fight for how I play. Or if this is just the several years rust coming in, because it could be that. And by could be, I mean... yeah. Oh, hey. Alright, pull that on, and he's behind me. That turn booster actually didn't really help me out very much, so I stopped using it very quickly because it's like, okay, this is actually only rotating me a very awkward amount. I also completely forgot to equip the different optional parts that I said I was going to try using. Oh yeah, I don't even have that equipped right now because I kind of done goofed. Generator capacity. Do I have any other good ones? Increased energy weapon power. That seems kind of helpful in of itself. Let's see how this works. If we're using our brains this time. Oh, don't look down. That's a bad idea. Fuck! I did it again. And this EO takes very long time to recover its shots. One thing is this control layout is actually like making this sort of fight a little bit rough. No! Dude, we were doing so good. And I think the Exceed Orbit just literally does not recover its ammunition, unlike any of the other energy-based ones in the game. Oh, man. Oh, hey. Say, this is why you want him to make the first move, but I mean, of course, he's, you know, the computers will just do better than you will. Hey, get... On the other hand, him using the sword is actually kind of better. Just by virtue of the fact that, like, if he's doing that instead of shooting us, that is less damage that he's dealing, for sure. Because his sword is actually quite bad. But, oh boy. I can't keep a fucking bead on him. But we're getting very, very close. This is going to be one of those fights where I'm going to get it and I'm just going to be like, yeah, that was luck. Honestly, I probably should take off the laser cannon if I'm not going to use it, because, like, what's it doing for me? It's weighing me down is what it's doing. That's right, sword me some more, jackass. Come on, that thing is fucking worthless, dude. Use your bad weapon like a real man. Come on. Oh, did I accidentally click quit? Oops. That's okay, let me fix that. There is, I think, another... I think there's another map where they will do really stupid things with the AI, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to work on this guy. This is giving me a really, like, fairly specific ache in the joint in my thumb that is, like, the closest to, like, the rest of my hand. At least I feel like that's pretty specific. A reference image. Alright, I'll take a look at it in a bit. Once I'm done getting my ass whooped by this guy, because this fight is fucking insane. Oh, jeez. Where? Okay, now that time I hey, he's behind me. Alright, well, that's nice and easy to find. Well, at least I can hold the square button. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, very similar mech shape, but some of the weapons will definitely look a little bit like that. It also very much reminds me, so the Karasawa, which is the big plasma gun that both of us are using right now. After I read a strategy somebody said of suggesting you use it too to fight the guy, is, you know, give him a taste of his own medicine. And it's a recurring weapon throughout the AC series. There's quite a lot of them. The Moonlight Blade is another one that is a recurring weapon. It's a recurring thing throughout the all of From Software's games in general, and by all I mean at least quite a few. Yeah, basically. I'm sure that when that magic set in that they're releasing next year that looks like it's going to be themed around that, they're probably going to look a little bit more Pacific Rim, I guess. But anyway, very specifically what I'm getting at is that because it has that thing of like the whole underside of the gun wrapping under the hand and then the part at the top, there's probably more technical terms for like those parts of the grip, but I don't know much about guns, really. You know, really sort of selling my American cred here, basically, for that. But what I am trying to get at here is that there is something... there's a very similar look to the version of this weapon that exists in Armored Core 2, funnily enough. In that it has that sort of like overall like triangular kind of figure to it. If my memory hasn't failed me, which it very well may have at this point. Pausing briefly. Yeah, I mean, it's not completely, but... You know, yeah, and those by and large are not really applicable to what I'm trying to say here, but basically, apologies for it being a link to a fandom wiki, but like just overall that very the way it's shaped looks very like similar in my opinion to how what you showed me has that like very the similar shape of the grip zone for the gun. And so I just think that's funny in its way because oh boy, when one of these days I actually stream Armored Core 2 on here, which is something that feels significantly more plausible as of fairly recent development as far as I'm aware, that someone appears to have made mods to allow for like proper dual analog controls for all of the Armored Core PS1 and PS2 games. Which would be great if I was playing this on emulator, which I'm not because I don't have a modded PS2, so I can't install those, unfortunately. So I'm just playing this on the default setting, which is not doing my hands a whole lot of favors. Just because a big part of it is that... So... I'm fighting with a left and right hand gun, and this is a new introduction that was added in AC3, was the arrival of the left hand, the left hand guns proper. Before, it's always just been energy swords and shields. Now, you fire whatever your main weapon is with the square button, and at least in this era, later games, they would change how that works. And the left arm weapon is always handled by the circle button. So basically, what I'm doing is that in order to try and fire both my Kurosawa and my howitzer at the same time, is that I'm pressing square and circle at the same time. And in order to strafe right, I need to press R1. There is just not a good grip for this with my with where things are going, and I cannot change that control as far as I'm aware. I don't think that's a thing that I can do anything with in the options or anything here. Hello, key assign. I mean, actually, I suppose I can. So, never mind what I just said. I simply never looked. Well, I'm gonna have to change that at some point, but this might help me. The worst part is we were actually doing pretty good for a while. We were getting this guy down to like 1,000 or less for a bit, and then things just kind of got really bad, basically. I could see if he gets fucked up by the abandoned factory, which is supposed to have some issues on enemy AI, but basically this is probably still going to be like really shitty to do grip with, but oh yeah, I don't have radar because I don't... Where'd he come from? And where'd he go? Yeah, see, the problem here is that I don't understand where the initial placement is. I assume it's just like the enemy is behind a wall or something. And this might have been my bad for moving. That might have made the AI go, oh shit. Yeah, this linear cannon is literally just for show at this point. That thing is doing nothing for me. Unfortunately, so this is not going to be the way to go here. I suppose I could switch to a different set of gear or something, but I have to figure out what would be the good idea. It's just a second hour. Oh, I see. I see the issue. Alright, well, for a start, we're gonna get rid of this thing. However, I will switch to these, because I could probably use these to give this guy a bad go. I don't really need the other thing, though. I don't need the turn booster, because it is a little bit awkward to use. On paper, it's very good, but it's very, very awkward. Let's take another couple of cracks at this, and then I'll go, well, I'll have to figure something else out in terms of... any sort of, like, build. Oh, yeah, that's right, I changed my controls because of a reason. I think I was on top of him for a second. Let me tell you, that a lot of that is quite awkward, so... ultimately, I'm thinking that the chain guns, although they sound like a good idea on paper, don't really do much for me. Except for making my weapon... well, I guess I certainly don't need two. And the area is just going to be a little bit too crappy for me to be throwing around missiles if I keep using the parking lot. Which seems to be the best bet because it chokes him out so much in terms of his motion and just blocks a couple of his shots, which is beyond useful for me. I just also have to remember, hey, you're doing things this way, and maybe it would help if I put my... Yeah, see, now we're gaming. With our crab claw on the face buttons. And middle finger awkwardly scrunched over the L2, R2. Once again, we were doing quite good. I think I needed to switch to my own Kurosawa much faster. I could have cut him down basically when I actually still had a small lead. But oh boy, that doesn't feel great what I'm doing. I think it might just be because of the size of the PS2 controller or something, which is very, very rare that I've thought about that being a real issue, but yeah, just hold square and circle. Oh my god, he is getting cooked. Okay. So, yeah, that was luck. This guy's a real asshole. There is quite simply not a great solution here, and it's just a battle of extreme attrition. And also landing all of your plasma balls from your little doodad there. Okay, I would like to not have a battle like that ever again. Let's change up our entire build now, because... Ooh, I'd like to get back to not thinking about that bullshit anymore. Let's turn ourselves back into a spider. As one does from time to time. I think the Malgale is kind of the best one there. And booster, right. Remember to equip your booster, you fool. There we go. Because we actually need it now. Oh. Our leg weight is so thin of a margin right now. We can't even equip an extension. We are simply not permitted. I think it would probably help if I switched to more of a mid-weight core. Let's go with that one. And yeah, that unequipped are optional parts, but whatever. We re-equip the OP Intensify, and let's have a bit of a browse through things and see what all there's still, arts that we can buy for types. Because I'm trying to accumulate a stockpile of everything. Even though there's a lot of options here that I will legitimately never use. Because they're just inferior, or they're tuned in a way that does not suit my playstyle in terms of how they're very specific, or they're just too well-rounded in a game where there are many situations where certain things are borderline dump stats, if not actual dump stats. Oh man, look at how impressive this thing looks. This is a piece of shit, by the way. The quad cannon. This thing not usable. Oh yeah, don't even go there. 20 ammo, aka 5 shots. And that's not enough to kill nothing. Oh boy. Oh, there was an armored core end? Huh. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. That much is quite obvious, really. I love that this thing is just sort of a circle. Oh, we got some other interesting stuff in here. Hey, look, it's the Titan. We saw those things get used, and they didn't do anything to me because I just kind of looked at them and was like, yeah, I'm just going to walk away slowly. It wasn't quite like that, but it felt like it a little bit. Grab that, because that's always pretty fun, the 1,000-bullet machine gun. That's usually a thing that you can put to great use. Now let's go save the game, because we've done a decent chunk of work here, actually. Anyway, I do kind of want to try out the twin stick patches for the Armored Core games. Maybe I will do that for Silent Line when I get around to it in, like, what'll probably also be a couple of years, knowing me. But to do that, I would like to dump my save file from this game, because you can import that as a starting point. That's part of why I'm doing all this post-game stuff, because then I can have that prepped for when I get to that in the future. Yeah, but really, getting your file from the PS2 memory card over to a computer. So I could buy, I think I can technically buy a PS2 memory card to micro SD adapter, which would be a thing that would go into my PS2, and I'd put a micro SD card in there. And I think I'd have kind of an upper limit on how much space I'm allowed to have for it, but do that and just copy the files from the PS2 memory card over to that thing, and then take the SD card out, plug it into my computer through an adapter, and copy the files that way, and then run them, use them as save files in PCSX2. Or I can buy the official PS2 to PS3 memory card adapter. The downside to the second method, the downside to the first method is, of course, that I don't know if it will work, and those things are very cheap devices, so build quality and general quality of internals might not necessarily be superb. But the downside of the other method is that the PS2 to PS3 memory card adapters are like $80 now, because I would assume they were kind of rare to begin with. And just the way prices of basically anything attached to retro gaming kind of go. Yeah, that does make me a little bit unhappy to consider, so I'm gonna have to hash that out at some point. Anyway, I don't need to go to the arena. There's the extra arena. How deep into this are we? Oh, we didn't do shit in this place yet. So this is all 2v2 stuff. I will get to this eventually. But if I can, I think there's only 2 more OPI functions to get. So we've got to go beat missions in order to get those. So the next one I want is in first layer somewhere, right? It's Fantastic. Well, I've never done that one. That's eliminate intruders, which might be in a different location entirely. Nature area. Let me. This is massive T. Defend water processors. Oh, this is one. This has ooh boy. I don't like that. I don't like defend in a mission title. 24 grand, this better be easy.
Someone is systematically destroying our water processing facilities in Sector 714. A number of individual processing plants have already sustained heavy damage. We've deployed units to protect those that remain intact, but it still isn't enough. We need a Raven to intervene immediately.
You're gonna need a bigger bird than that, friend.
And make sure that no more of the processing plants are damaged. That is all, Raven. Good luck.
All right, now before I do this, okay, we get some backups here, but hold on to your butt there. I want to double check what I have on my gear here. Okay, I've still got a chain gun attached, so that should at least allow me to cover ability to defend that much. Anyway, we can get some fighter jets, we can get some helicopters. Personally, I think I like the helicopters as an option. Okay, let's see what this mission's made of. Let me see if I feel like crying at the end of this, and the answer is going to be 28% estimated success rate. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. Oh, boy. Oh, this do be a watery area. I might have wanted to be a floater. Yes, I did. Phew, boy, I did not get my my stuff in gear there. It's okay. Thankfully, we don't lose anything for that because we didn't do anything. If only they would give me the money from the consort that I didn't spend, the 3,000 credits. That would be so fucking cheesy, but I mean, it would be a problem. See, I think that's supposed to be a rank E graphic down there, but it just sort of looks like a line. Yeah, you guys didn't see what happened last time, right? So, no hard feelings, yeah? Yeah. Alright. Let's make this happen. Let's try to not do what I was doing there of attempting to, like, skate across the water like a buffoon. Okay, I think that guy's an ally. Yeah, the green dots are pointing at my allies. Now, unfortunately, I still haven't gone back and switched my controls back yet, so I'm having muscle memory problems, but the unfortunately that I wanted to actually say there is that, unfortunately, I would switch to a...
AC identified. It's Megalo.
This is Megalo. Commencing my attack.
I would switch to a floating mech base there, floating legs, but... oops. But you can't have the chain guns out because you will attempt to kneel on the water and you'll just die. So that'd be a case of like, okay, I want more of a long-range weapon, which I think I have a sniper rifle. And I guess some missiles to deal with Megalo. Got missiles, right? Oh, I've got dual missile setups, but those are going to be quite expensive. That's fine though. We get better weight efficiency with the hover legs, right? And by that I mean this thing has a better weight capacity than our spider legs, which is kind of effed. But hey, that sniper rifle should do pretty good for us for this. Let's actually equip it instead of... Ah, boo! Well, I guess we're switching to a lighter core. It's not a lot lighter, but it's lighter. Go ahead and save, even though we sort of lost a tiny amount of money on that one, but hey. Only makes me look a little bit like an idiot. Everything is fine. Alright, let's try to do this again here. Get some helicopters, and again, I should probably change my controls, but... Oops.
Good luck, Raven.
Yeah, see, what did I tell you? I'm so used to the way this works normally that this is messing me up slightly.
I'm hit!
Enemy AC identified. It's Megalo.
This is Megalo, commencing my attack.
Oh, hey, don't enter the leaving area zone. That'd be a problem.
Processing. Processing Grade 1 damaged.
Well, that's not great. Fuck, this is hard as shit. Oh, man. This is rough. Put it nicely. Critical missiles. All right. I mean, fair enough. We can go for that solution instead. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit over my limit here if I do things this way. How badly? Less than 200. Unfortunately, I don't think... Oh, no, I can do a head swap and that'll work. Not my favorite way to do it, but hey.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Alright, they got that guy.
Identified. It's Megalo.
This is Megalo, commencing my attack.
Okay, don't accidentally leave the area. That'll make you feel real stupid. Got him! Alright, now I just gotta clear out these guys. Hey, hey, hey. In theory, there's only 3 more enemies left to go, or maybe it's just a maximum of that many in the area. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Incoming transmission.
Hmm?
Kisaragi has an urgent request.
They can go to hell.
2 Crest bombers are closing on one of their facilities. They want you to intercept them. It's up to you whether or not to accept. If you're interested, a transport is standing by.
Pause here. Yeah, nah, screw them. Let's let time out. I just want my rewards from that. I can come back to do that again some other time when I don't have to worry about killing an AT in this mission. The only one that's left is eliminate intruders.
Leaving combat area. Aborting mission.
So I guess the mission got canceled then for some reason. Despite the fact that... So do I have to do that? Am I required to do that? That's weird. Give me back my money, game. Maybe if I just go slower, because it apparently is if you go fast. Alright, now before we go in here to make sure that we do this, we have to go and re-equip our settings here. This rifle actually seems like it'll be fine. I was taken before, seemed like a little bit over much, maybe. And we'll equip the K1 Terrier. Make sure we have that thing equipped, and... off we go trying to do this again. Maybe I literally have to take the kill the bombers mission. I mean, to be fair, there's actually a decent reward for it, if I recall correctly, but I just kind of didn't. I was slightly concerned that I wouldn't get the full, all the rewards, basically. Okay.
System engaged. We're commencing operation.
This thing on, and... Don't charge so much. Yeah, see, the RF-220 is not as strong, really, but it fires pretty fast. It has nice budget-friendly ammunition.
Enemy AC identified. It's Megalo.
Alright.
This is Megalo. Commencing my attack.
By the way, I love how he can go outside of the zone. If we tried to do that, well, we would not have such a good time with that, that's for sure.
Processing plant 1 damaged.
That's right. Remember that you can just hold the button to auto fire. You don't have to re-click every time. It's not like the missile launchers. Which I guess you could just hold square for the missile launchers too.
Great job, Raven.
Yeah, I mean, considering what work I was doing there, it was a job, all right. Ah, I see, because it was underwater.
Incoming trip.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going to bully me into this work again, huh?
If you're interested, a transport.
Well, let's do it, I guess. Right, you guys are gonna do some repair job here, right?
Enemy AC detected. All units converge on the target. Roger.
System engaged.
Raven, make sure neither of the bombers makes it past you.
Right, how can I recognize them other than they're probably big as hell?
Bomber identified. Take it out.
Alright, I guess it'll be tagged with a target notification, maybe? Notification, you know, marker. There it is. That's gotta be it. It's big. I know, great justification. Oh, that was way more of those than I needed to shoot, but hey. There we go, there's our other bomber. Now, the only important part of the results here are that we get them both. Easy peasy. That was it. The hell was I worried about that? That was actually a really easy mission. Wow. I guess those missiles are just that freaking good. Anyway. I mean, that cost us a lot, but that's to be expected. We burned through those vertical missiles twice over. Plus, we got a right proper thrashing in both of those. So, we lost out on a crap load of money, but whatever. That's big whoop. Big fucking deal. As long as I get my rewards out of the deal, I'm happy. Yeah, and there's our OPI. Yes, enhanced missile interception capability. Fuck yeah. Only one more thing to get there. You've displayed great skill in recognition of your performance. We've prepared an additional reward. The AC left arm part KES ES mirror. Hell yeah! If you like shields, that's the one to get, because that is the most defensively potent shield in the game. Oh, yeah. Personally, I don't really care too much about energy shields, but it's nice to have it. Not going to complain. Might be useful in the future. But lastly, let me pause real quick. I don't even need to pause. I'll be right back. And then we're going to see if we can't get our last reward of the OPI functions. And then, I guess, after that point, the main thing that we do with this game is we just go through missions. Eventually, I got to see what hidden parts I'm missing. So that'll be fun. Oops, I dropped my controller. Okay, I'm back. My controller seems to be healthy enough. So, let's get a load of this. Get a load of this! And we're gonna take these things off, because honestly, I don't really need them that much. We'll hook up our pulse cannons, I guess. So I certainly don't need relation missiles. But I'm going to switch back to actual legs here. I can't believe how freaking strong that one set of legs is. The only downside, if you can even call it that, is that it makes your AC look like a canoe. I mean, the stats are probably, could be better, but whatever. Big whoop. Big whoop. Some very interesting balance in this game series at times. Let's go ahead and save. We lost a fair chunk of change on that last mission, but that's just kind of how it goes. Oh yeah, not the arena. Whoops. Missions. Sure, yeah, eliminate and go after it.
Raven, we need your help to carry out a classified many.
Well, as I've definitely beaten this, yeah.
AC located. Its crests.
Yeah, I need to fix the control change that I made earlier. At some point in a little bit. Where's that tank go? I was like, what the hell?
I don't understand. The sector looks untouched.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have us killed after they revealed to us that they've been lying about the fact this sector is earthquake ravaged. But perhaps it's intended to be
identified.
perhaps it's intended to be a trap with this guy coming in here. I kind of wonder if this dude is of such a level of strength that I could. Well, agility is more the concern there. If I could have just, like, brought out a grenade launcher or something to use to cover my bases here. There's our AC. Oh, this guy's also a machine gun fella. Let's see, we came in here with the same strategy, huh? Oh yeah, this is definitely a place I could have gone in with the cannon. Big weapons, but I got a little bit
Objective achieved, but I keep wondering
I got a little bit gun shy about that being a real prospect, you know?
what's going on here.
If I could learn that time, it would help me a little bit. But hey. Easy enough. We're probably not getting a better rank than we had before. Yeah, it's a B. Whatever. Ranking is based entirely on time, by the way, as far as I've been able to discern. We kind of played that like butt. And we get ourselves our new function added. Various sensor functions. Very, very descriptive game. That is a nice little bit of thing to have for us. You've got all of the functions for OP Intensify now. So, with that covered, we're heading back to the garage. We're gonna do a little bit of extra arena because that stuff should be quite easy. And the rewards, well, I mean, we do want to eventually complete that, so forget about the rewards. They're nice, but the important part here is completion. We would like to... I am trying to 100% in this game. I do, however... Like, I have my main goal, which is maxing out OPI for purposes of transferring it to Silent Line, because otherwise you can't get it without getting 99% in that game, and oh boy, that game gets hard as fuck later. So I'd like to, yeah, I like to jump things a little bit if I can. Jump ahead just a little bit, if I'm able. But for now, we're still going to try to pick it as much of this as possible. I'd like to show it off more, really. Alright, I think Chain Impact is the one that I have to actually beat here because the way these work are that you only have to defeat one part of the pair, if I recall correctly, which is like the main opponent. Roundy, how's it going? We just finished off some goals that were kind of a pain in the butt, and some other things that were a little bit more, they seemed a lot scarier than they actually ended up being. So, either way, that is quite nice. And I need to remember to fix my controls, because as I said before, I changed those for a thing in order to... What I had hoped it would make it easier, and ultimately I think it did, but now it is continuing to fuck with my muscle memory. And I should probably fix that, you know? So we go back here, option, just the one. Well, in this case, that's the only one we care about, so maybe that's correct. And here's Para and Docks. Wait, no, that's the wrong. You may be asking about some of these pairs, because some of them do have like character lore, or other times just like, oh, they're next to each other. I think these guys are just because they're both extremely symmetrical looking. That one's our ally. Alright, keep steady with that. There we go. Perfect. Anyway, I hope you're having a good evening, Roundy. I somehow was distracted by something. Being bad at the whole conversation thing, as usual. It's a skill of mine to not be a good conversationalist. This is one of the great things about text, is that I can stop to think before I write anything. Also, yeah, I'm getting a little bit roasted here. This is not really the place for this strategy. I'm trying to remember if this guy was actually hard before the Suburban King guy. Our main target here. Locking in on Pipe Dream, gotcha. Good luck, my friend. And that does kind of remind me, actually. How deep into Pit of 100 Tiles are you? Because my memory is crap. That's why. Plus, I don't think I was there for last because, you know, scheduling just sort of means that we both end up streaming at about the same time. We're on 98. Ooh, nice. Anything as lengthy and painful since that refracting laser level, or I forget the exact name, but it was that sort of concept. Which makes me think of Portal 2 quite often, even though obviously, like, laser beam type puzzles are not unusual in many a puzzle game, but I think about the Portal games quite a bit because they're just kind of good. Nothing more really to say there. It's like, oh yeah, those games are pretty good. Okay, we've got another flying target as our main one here, and both of these are looking pretty agile, so it might be in our best interest to just default to using our missiles right away. Try to go for the big money there. Oh yeah, look at those movements. That's... That's where the accurate money was. And we switched to the fireballs because we've only got enough for 5 of those, but hey. 98 and 99 are said to be toughies. Well, hopefully. That sounds to me like 100 will be a breather. Maybe not in the truest sense, but less tough, I guess. Which is interesting, but at least you'll get it. At least, hopefully, it shouldn't be a... I tried to say. Other than, like... At least, hopefully, you will not be stuck with a 2-level stream. That'd be rough. At that point, that's like... The amount of time that goes into a stream for only 2 levels, that's like Pimolem's levels of statistics and time spent on levels of a puzzle game. Alright, what are we looking at for this pairing? I don't remember. Well, one of them's a... Oh. Bruh, these two are basically... These two are basically the same guy! Oh. Oh, goodness. Thank you, game. That's very funny. Sometimes you just need 2 men. Yeah, back to school in 2... Right. 2 weeks. That soon already? Mother of Jehoshaphat. That is fast. Then again, last time I was in education, let's just say it's been a minute. Nice. Oh, nice. Yet another thing I unfortunately don't get to experience too much because of ye old both of us streaming at 7 p.m. Central Time status. Maybe I should change the schedule at some point. Oh, I remember this goofus. Oh, they're both bladers. I see. They've both got the right arm sword. You know, the thing that doesn't work very well in this game. Yeah, I appreciate it, at least, the do as much as you can with regard to that support, but you know, I'm sign to my fate or something. It would help if I was more consistent about a lot of things, and just in addition to better timing. But maybe that part is me going, oh yeah, I need to, oh my god, I forgot I had the Puck Champion mode in this chat. Oh fuck. Oh god. I just got flashbanged by that. Thank you, though. How's it going? The consistency thing was more me thinking about YouTube end of things. I need to get back on. I have ideas, but I unfortunately am, well, bad at a lot of things. Yeah, here's an interesting combo, but I think if there's any theming to these guys, in their case, I think it's literally just that they're close together in the ranks. But if there was, it would be big, long-range plasma guns. That guy's using the big shoulder cannon that we are often seen carrying with us that we don't use. It's the time, because I like to think that it's useful, and then I just end up in a position where it's like, oh, actually, I'm not doing anything with this. And then I take really easy hits to it when somebody else has it. Naturally. That's just kind of how it goes, really. Yeah, once again, I don't think there's any emails that you can pick up out of doing the extra arena. And yet I do still try to pop out of there as much as possible anyway, just to make sure that I get them. Oh! Oh, jeez. Okay, well, thankfully our second there. Thankfully Royal Mist did the business for us. Just Just cleaning up that last bit of HP. These guys are also looking quite similar to each other. It's not quite as much as... Actually, yeah, now that I get a better look, never mind. What was I thinking? Sort of the way it looked to me. Very good, but that was definitely not my kill shot. Back up again real quick just to... Again, double check. I'm curious as to when the heat is really going to turn up here. I mean, things are getting a little bit tougher. Is this going to stay about the same level of difficulty until I get to the end? Well, streamer, you could try choosing a different partner. No. They're giving that to me for no real cost, so it's fine. Really. Oh. Whoa! Yeah, okay. We got pinched there. This is what I get for saying, when is it gonna heat up? Literally as soon as I say anything, honestly. They knew what they were after and they just... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is a case where I actually really need both units taken down. Because otherwise, they're going to be too much of a problem. Otherwise, we get pinched, as we saw before. Nice. That was rough. Okay. Oh, this guy, the quad leg, we do not want to get close to at all. Looking at that weapon loadout, I see that slug gun. That thing is nasty up close. Snapped off of that lock a little badly. Alright, switch to single shot mode. Because I need the accurate. Never mind. Good job, partner. Doing a lot of work for us. Oh, this pairing. We just fought these guys earlier. And unfortunately, it is the harder... Is it? No, wait. No, the leader is the guy with the right-hand sword, so he's nothing, honestly. Considering I don't really want to be near either of these guys. This is just sort of bad positioning all around, but hey. Take whatever progression we can get here. Yeah, that guy sucks. Get out the way, and yeah. Just let the partner take over if I need to. Okay. I don't remember either of these guys, but that guy on the right has one hell of an emblem, and the other guy's name is Mech Magus. So... Careful. Oh, the tracking on those vertical missiles is wonderful. I feel like I remember it being a lot worse than that, and it has just done so much work here. All right, let's take on one last set here to wrap things up for the evening, because it's about that time. Oh man, thank goodness for the OPI booster upgrades, because oh boy, as we're currently getting clobbered by whatever weapon that one has. I forget. Some kind of handgun or something. Delivering truly massive amounts of heat per shot. And just switch back to the laser rifle. No, my partner is dead. Fuck. Whoa. That's embarrassing, because I definitely had a clear shot at him at one point, and I screwed it up. Well, damn. Oh, this is definitely turning into some havoc. No, I don't want to target her. The one on the ground? No, that's... I had a lock on the correct target for a minute there. I lost it like a fool. There we go. Yeah, he's getting pinched early, kind of like we were a couple of rounds ago. he is not having the greatest of time with this, but eventually, so long as we can be targeting the correct target here, it's Cypress, I think, is the guy that we're aiming after. Ah! Just get out of his guns. There we go, that's better. Not as much better as I'd like. I'm gonna need something different than just using the grenade launcher arms. As funny as they are, that's not a real strategy for this fight. It's just that I got very complacent with that because it seemed to work for most things that the missiles were not covering. But here's the case where I actually need something a little bit more. Which is why I'm going to switch over to these instead. Because sure, we've got to be close, but it's still going to do some serious work. Probably. Presumably. Alright. We're almost getting here. Let's... Your does pretty much everything here. Excuse me. I'm pressing the wrong button too many times here. Whoa, hey. Excuse me again. Alright, now keep targeting Cypress with the missiles. There we go. That's... And while he's close, use our quad machine gun. It's like if the finger wasn't very, Oh, God, excuse me, I'm sorry. My throat is so dry, which is wild because I was just drinking a lot of water. We just barely got away with that. Yeah. The machine gun arms are, honestly, some of my favorite for this game, just because it is kind of like a discount version of the finger from the AC-1 era. And discount really feels like the key word, because when you have that engaged, the amount of ammo you have compared to that is so little, but... Which is saying a lot, because you didn't have a whole lot of ammo in the AC-1 era finger either, as far as I can recall. Like 180 or something. And you chewed through that shit at light speed. With that, you go even faster, but oh boy, the results you get when you get going. Anyway. It's nice to be playing one of these games again. It's been a minute. Next time we're going to complete the extra arena, and then from there, the only thing we've really got to worry about are missions and hidden parts. So I'm going to take a quick look, actually, at something in here. Inside part. And see if the... Actually, I should double check what the actual part name was, because I saw one when I was double checking for if I could do the bomber mission and also get the thing from Defend Water Processors. I want to make sure that I have the correct part. ID. No, I don't have it, so I've got to go back and get that. Well, Of course we're not done with the defend water processors. Whoops. Oops. That's all right. It's fine. There's a lot of hidden parts in this game, if I recall correctly.